On behalf of the Board of Trustees of Central European University, and as Provost and Academic Prorector of the University, it is my privilege to convene this 22nd commencement ceremony of Central European University. Please be seated. Today, as ever, we celebrate both an end and a beginning. In this academic year, more than 600 students are graduating with bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees. Each one of these degrees represents a story of commitment, perseverance, dedication, and achievement. I would like to extend a special welcome to our Open Society Prize recipient, Sir Fazle Hasan Abed, founder and chairperson of BRAC. We are also honored by the presence of members of the Diplomatic Corps and many distinguished guests. Finally, I would also like to thank the faculty and staff of Central European University, whose hard work throughout the past academic year has made this day possible. We give a very warm welcome to the families and friends of today's graduating students, and we thank them for their contribution to their success. You deserve to be very proud. Honored guests, graduates, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, our ceremony begins with some words from the President and Rector of Central European University, John Shattuck.
So welcome to all our graduates and to your families who have played a starring role, I know, in many cases in getting you to this moment. This year we have 669 graduates from 77 countries, which is a new record for CEU, so congratulations on being the largest class that CEU has ever had. Which of course means we have many hands to shake and many congratulations to give, so we look forward to all of that. I thought earlier this week that we might hold this ceremony on a boat, to escape, of course, the Budapest floods. And I think we should all be extremely grateful to the Habsburg Empire for building the river walls that held back the Danube and made it possible for us to meet in this wonderful building. So I don't ask you to give a round of applause to the Habsburg Empire, but you should at least recognize at least the historians among you will appreciate that, I'm sure. So in opening this ceremony, I want to say just a very few words about CEU and then about all of you. CEU, as you know, is a great experiment. It's a serious experiment. It was founded in the only part of the world to have been dominated by both fascism and communism. I think you all know that. And it was founded by dissident leaders like George Soros, who had a very different vision from the one that destroyed the countries where he and his founders were born. The experiment, of course, was to rekindle intellectual freedom and to build an open society on the ruins of totalitarianism. It was a very daring experiment, and the most important thing about this experiment is that it's not over. It's still going on today. CEU is a densely international university where faculty and students from countries across the world come together to study what makes an open society: tolerance, diversity, democracy, human rights, the rule of law, the very principles that were trampled on by the old regimes. Today, these principles are being challenged and are again in danger of being trampled on. The challenge is fueled by fears from the economic crisis, by uncertainties about the future, by growing unemployment, especially among young people, by cultural and religious differences, by racism and prejudice, and by the appeal of nationalism that masquerades sometimes as democracy. The challenge is all around us and in all the countries where you come from, whether it's from the west of here to the west of here, or to the east, or to the south, or to the north. How to build a constitutional democracy, how to create checks and balances against the abuse of power, how to protect racial and religious minorities, how to guarantee freedom of the media, how to assure judicial independence. These are big challenges. Open societies debate these questions and come up with very different answers often, but a closed society blocks them out and stifles dissent. Now we know, of course, the recent history of Central Europe shows what a closed society can look like. We also know that the verdict of that history is overwhelmingly negative. You're graduating today from a diverse community of cultures, nationalities, and religions, and that is one of the great things to celebrate here and every day at CEU, and then far beyond as you leave the university. You're graduating from CEU, but you're not leaving behind our community. What you will take with you when you graduate is your ability to navigate in a world of diversity and great change, and to understand and resist the dangers of a closed society. There'll be many ways in which you can support this special CEU community. You can help identify outstanding students like yourselves to follow in your footsteps. You can help fund student scholarships like the one you received yourself. You can help strengthen our alumni network around the world. But I believe that the most important contribution that you can make and will make to CEU will be your commitment to build an open society. No matter who you are, or where you live, or what you do, where you go in your life, you can play a role resisting the return of tyranny. And you will have the same opportunity that George Soros and his fellow dissidents had 22 years ago when they founded this university. You will have the opportunity to make a difference in the struggle for freedom. So congratulations on what you have achieved, and now be sure to make good use of your diplomas. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Leon Botstein, Chairman of the Board of Trustees. Please welcome Professor Botstein.
On behalf of the entire Board of Trustees, I want to congratulate all the graduates on each of your achievements. This is an event that, unlike a wedding, only happens once. It is very rare that your degrees can be revoked. So this is a permanent event, and it is one that we rarely remember in detail, but it is a time for celebration, a time for joy, and a time for a sense of self-confidence and a great deal of optimism. I want to second the Rector and President in pointing out that each and every one of you will get a diploma from an institution that is not an ordinary institution. You know that by your own experience. The student body is from all over the world, and the commitment of the university is not only to research and to scholarship, but to action in the world, the connection between theory and practice. It is not merely about what we once called an ivory tower, isolated from the conduct of life. Therefore, when someone walks into your office, if you ever have an office, and you choose to hang your degree on the wall, which is probably pretentious, but may be useful, someone will ask, what is the Central European University, especially if you don't come from Central Europe? And there's a real story. And the story is about what the university stands for and what it is against. Against tyranny, a closed mind, an absence of curiosity, against people who think they know the truth and are unwilling to listen to a different point of view, against chauvinism, xenophobia, notions of ethnic, racial, and national purity, and against the use of force over the use of speech, a belief that the intellectual traditions that have been preserved can be turned on behalf of the fundamental rights and dignity of every human being on the globe. So you do us honor by receiving these degrees, and the promise that you hold is one of the only rational bases for optimism. Congratulations to you all.
It is my pleasure to introduce our alumni speaker. Darko Angelov graduated from the International Relations and European Studies Department in 2004. Since 2010, Darko Angelov has served as the Republic of Macedonia's ambassador to Hungary. After earning his degree from CEU, he served as program officer with the Council of Europe on issues of regional justice and home affairs cooperation from 2004 to 2007. In 2007 and 2008, he held the position of senior political assistant at the OSCE mission to Skopje, Macedonia, then as program advisor on the Russian Federations at the Council of Europe headquarters in Strasbourg in 2008 and 2009. In 2009, he served as chief of staff to Macedonian President Dr. Georg Ivanov until his appointment as ambassador in Hungary in 2010. Please welcome Darko Angelov.
Honorable Honorary Chairman Soros, President Rector Professor Shattuck, Chairman of the Board of Trustees Professor Bostein, academic staff, dear students, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, it is, without saying, an immense honor to be able to speak to you at this year's commencement ceremony, and I thank the Central European University and the Alumni Association for the opportunity. Since I was told to be very brief in this address, I will cut to the bottom line. All of you here now certainly think this guy must be the youngest ambassador in Hungary. Indeed I am, as I was when I arrived here 3 years ago, and I believe I still am. This is no new situation to me, as I have been the youngest among my rank in pretty much all of my past jobs in the last 12 or so years. This has been both a curse and a blessing, and the latter definitely outweighs the former. As I'm supposed to say something wise to all of you reaching a landmark in your lives by graduating from this prestigious institution, and despite the saying that wisdom comes with age, I will share some of my thoughts on building your life after the CEU. Many of you will pursue academic careers, although I will speak from my experiences in the practical world, working for intergovernmental and governmental institutions. I still believe essentially the approach to success is the same, and that is of not shying away from ambition and not to be concerned with being young. When I say that being young and aiming high may be a curse, it only means that you have to triple your efforts in order to achieve the desirable career. The older, more experienced ones will certainly have initial doubts on you, but if you are dedicated enough, that drawback easily turns into an advantage. However, though, do keep one thing in mind. Never forget that you always have to do more than expected if you would like to achieve more than expected at your age. And once you achieve that first success, don't take it for granted. A key to lasting success is not feeling entitled to it. Having received your education at a leading university such as this one certainly entitles you to hope and aim high, but nothing more. At this kind of events, it is also expected that I should throw in some quotes of older, wiser people. I will use my favorite one from Mark Twain, which says that you should not go around saying the world owes you a living, the world owes you nothing, it was here first. And I say that nothing can be more right than this, as the biggest threat to your career is yourself if you indulge in believing in self-entitlement. One of the more recent issues of Time magazine had a feature on the so-called millennial generation, born between 1980 and 2000, entitled the Me generation. It is your generation that the magazine rightfully claims that will save us all from the mounting problems and crises. Your generation, as the article says, is often criticized as being arrogant and feeling entitled, but that we are also the most adaptable, creative generation in history. I could not agree more with this, as arrogance and entitlement can be the biggest threat not only to your career, but even in general for the future of the world. It is these characteristics of the human mind that brought us to this continued economic and social crisis in Europe, the United States, and beyond. So my advice, if I may, would be make the most of your careers, of your degrees, even more. Make the most of the network of contacts you have made here, and don't shy away from ambition, but also in the meantime, never forget where you came from, and that there are also others as good as you are. Thank you very much for listening. Congratulations on your success and good luck in the years ahead. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Darko. It's my pleasure to introduce next our student speaker, Alban Areksa, who is graduating with a master's degree from the Department of Public Policy. Alban Areksa from Kosovo earned a bachelor's degree in economics and legal studies from the American University in Kosovo. After working for a non-governmental organization, she came to CEU to continue her studies in public policy. She will return to serve her home country of Kosovo after graduation and looks forward to assisting in the development of the entire Western Balkan region. Please welcome Alban Areksa.
Welcome, esteemed faculty, staff, family, and fellow students. I am deeply honored and humbled to be here today and to congratulate all my fellow students who made it here. Well done. Today, I can think of no better way to start my speech than to express my deepest appreciation for those who supported us and guided us throughout this journey. We thank our professors who have exposed us to new ideas about the world. Thank you for challenging us and preparing us for such a glorious moment. Thank you to our families and friends who supported us and were there for us. Today, I want to take a moment and talk about diversity as an essential part of learning in the classroom that CEU has offered all of us. Being in a classroom with 25 other students, each one coming from a different part of the world, makes CEU classrooms small worlds. In these small worlds, we were stimulated to think globally about the need of knowledge societies and economies, about the paradigms of global power sharing, problems with global collective actions, and the like. Apart from the academic benefits of experiencing this diversity, I believe we managed to overcome our personal and cultural biases. Today, I have the feeling that I have been across the world many times, because I am sure that almost everywhere I go, I will know how to ask for the traditional food, I will recognize the traditional music, and I can much more easily adapt in a new environment. Above all, everywhere I go, I will feel safe knowing that the CEU alumni will be there. Today and every day, we have to remind ourselves that CEU has trusted us to change the world. The question is how to do so. My advice is think globally, act locally, because we can do it. We are here equipped with the most powerful tool, knowledge. Therefore, each of us has the responsibility to use this tool in order to fight poverty, illiteracy, and to promote open societies that our world needs so much today. As you leave this commencement today, I ask you to pause and think for the millions out there who did not have this opportunity. We should extend our deepest thanks and sincere gratitude to Mr. George Soros, who gave us the opportunity to be here with this incredibly diverse group of academics, scholars, staff, and students. Thank you, and once again, congratulations.
Thank you, Albana. And now we will continue with the conferral of bachelor's and master's degrees. The Business School is the only division of CEU that has undergraduate programs and awards bachelor degrees. We will present the bachelor's and master's degrees from the Business School together. And now the President and Rector, will confer bachelor's and master's degrees upon our graduating students, and the heads of academic departments and programs will call each candidate to step onto the stage and come forward to be greeted by the President and Rector and the Chairman. During the conferral of degrees, faculty members are kindly requested to rise and remain standing while the graduates of their departments are called on stage. First, candidates for the Master of Arts degree from the Department of Economics will be presented by the department head, Professor Gábor Kézdi.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degrees from the Department of Economics, please rise. President and Rector, this academic year there are 45 master's students graduating from the Department of Economics. Would you please confer upon them their academic degrees?
By the authority vested in me by the Charter and Trustees of Central European University, I now confer upon you the degree of Master of Arts in Economics, Master of Arts in Economic Policy and Global Markets, Master of Arts in Law and Economics. Congratulations.
Candidates, please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Economics are László Balázs, Hungary. Tamás Bátyi, Hungary. Peonára Czaka, Kosovo. Kristina Horváth, Hungary. Masoud Karim, Bangladesh. Vahe Krikyan, Armenia. Lily Mark, Hungary. Gergely Machovsky, Hungary. Darya Pus, Hungary. Ukraine. Rudolf Reitzi, Hungary. Shujan Tian, China. Zsolt Udvari, Hungary. And Ivan Vovkanovich, Ukraine. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Economic Policy and Global Markets are Julian Adam, Germany. Nodir Atayev, Kyrgyzstan. Anna Bakaykina, Russia. Ilka Bina, Kosovo. Ali Chuma, Tanzania. Peter Chardas, Hungary. Daniel Dunai, Hungary. Denion Galimuna, Kosovo. Kristina Georgieva, Bulgaria. Adam György, Hungary. Gábor Gyurko, Hungary. Granit Yakupi, Kosovo. Tatyana Kliatskova, Belarus. Jamila Mamadova, Azerbaijan. Maksat Musayev, Kyrgyzstan. Vahidin Nurshaba, Kosovo. Turan Orujova, Azerbaijan. Anastasia Polner, Ukraine. Eduard Romanenko, Russia. Valeria Shestak, Ukraine. Tomáš Sivák, Slovakia. Tomáš Tanaj, Slovakia. Bence Todt, Hungary. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Law and Economics are Tseranamit Gantumur, Mongolia. Learta Holai, Montenegro. Jenny Overholt, United States of America. Congratulations.
Candidates for the Master of Science degree from the Department of Environmental Sciences and Policy, as well as candidates for the Master of Science degree in Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management from the Erasmus Mundus Masters Program, awarded jointly with Lund University, Sweden, the University of Manchester, United Kingdom, and the University of the Aegean, Greece, will be presented by their department head, Professor Alan Watt.
Candidates for the Master of Science degrees from the Department of Environmental Sciences and Policy, please rise. President and Rector, this academic year there are altogether 37 master students graduating from the Department of Environmental Sciences and Policy. Would you please confer upon them their academic degrees?
By the authority vested in me by the Charter and Trustees of Central European University, I now confer upon you the degree of Master of Science in Environmental Sciences and Policy, and Master of Science in Environmental Sciences, Policy, and Management. Congratulations.
Candidates for the Master of Science degree in Environmental Sciences and Policy, please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called. Tamar Antidze, Georgia. Mariana Budaregina, Ukraine. Kata Fodor, Hungary. Gabor Kirai, Hungary. Ajani Peralta, United States of America. Dana Pop, Romania. Katrin Tomova, Bulgaria, and Oshoya Ui, Hungary. Candidates for the Master of Science degree in Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management, please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called. Paulina Aguilera, Mexico. Elias Carranza Maxera, Costa Rica. Natalie Chong, Singapore. Juliette Dixon, France. Emily Dejoc, United States of America. Ksenia Dyachkova, Russian Federation. Boen Gu, People's Republic of China. Hilda Gutierrez, Nicaragua. Maria Honig, South Africa. Sarah Huff, United States of America. Alex Leshinsky, Switzerland. Erin Lockney, United States of America. Stella Manthol, Albania. Rowena Matthew, India. Amelia Muta, United States of America. Jacob Politzer, United States of America. Sonia Radmilovic, Serbia. Jan Rohn, Germany. Christine Schneider, Australia. Kei Yao Sin, Hong Kong. Amanda Steen, United States of America. Birgitta Stefansdottir, Iceland. Leonie Sterk, Germany. Svenja Tidau, Germany. Jolanta Ukfrita, Lithuania. And Paroma Wagle, India.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degree from the Department of Gender Studies will be presented by the department head, Professor Jasmina Lukic.
Candidates for Master of Arts degree from the Department of Gender Studies, please rise. President and Rector, this academic year there are 40 master students graduating from the Department of Gender Studies. Would you please confer upon them their academic degrees?
By the authority vested in me by the Charter and Trustees of Central European University, I now confer upon you the degree of Master of Arts in Gender Studies and in Critical Gender Studies, Master of Arts in Gender Studies, GEMA, Women's and Gender Studies Specialization, and Master of Arts in European Women's and Gender History, Matilda. Congratulations.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degrees in Gender Studies, please step on the stage and come forward as your names are called. Candidates for the Masters of Arts degree in Gender Studies one-year program are Kathleen Amon, Hungary. Jamie Arnson Keane, United States of America. Zorana Barisic, Croatia. Olga Burmakova, Russian Federation. Anna Chila Darotsi, Hungary. Anna Feyesh, Hungary. Shushan Haritinyan, Armenia. Tukce Kasap, Turkey. Diana Labiris, Australia. Kathleen Livingston, United States of America. Eva Mikhailovic, Hungary. Zahra Modaresh Musavi Bekbahani, Iran. Anna Mondekova, Slovakia. Yevgenia Palash, Ukraine, Diljana Pantovic, Serbia, Krista Pozsonyi, Hungary, Gulshan Rustamli, Azerbaijan, Andrea Sebastian, Hungary, Marina Shevtsova, Ukraine, Dalma Sealer, Hungary, Ryan Tracy, United States of America, Zsuzsana Varga, Hungary, Nikola Velkov, Macedonia, and Chris Rivalic, United States of America. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Gender Studies 2-year program are Laureen Apple, United States of America, Matthew Bako, United States of America, Edith Kovac, Hungary, Veronika Lapina, Russian Federation, Sharo Vitrai, Hungary, and Atanas Zakhariev, Bulgaria. Candidates for the Masters of Arts degree in Gender Studies, GEMA, Women's and Gender Studies specialization are Sophie Feintuch, United States of America, Daniela Gamonte, Romania, and Yuki, People's Republic of China. And the candidate for the Masters of Arts in European Women's and Genders History, Matilda, is Svetlana Zakharova, Russian Federation.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degrees from the Department of History will be presented by the department head, Professor Nadia Al-Baghdadi.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degrees from the Department of History, please rise. President and Rector, this academic year there are 28 master students graduating from the Department of History. Would you please confer upon them the academic degrees?
By the authority vested in me by the Charter and Trustees of Central European University, I now confer upon you the degree of Master of Arts in Central European History and Master of Arts in Comparative History of Central, Eastern, and Southeastern Europe, 1500 to 2000. Congratulations.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degrees from the Department of History, please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Central European History 1-year MA program are Laura D. Blankensop, Canada, Julia Furedi, Hungary, Tomislav Kevo, Croatia, Anna Theodora Kukina, Russian Federation, Marko Milo Mikovic, Serbia, Adam Mezes, Hungary, Alexander Minbaev, Russian Federation, David Orlovic, Croatia, Katalin Pataki, Hungary, Olga Petrova, Ukraine, Olha Pushchak, Ukraine, Anna Sekulic, Croatia, Christos Tarasis, Greece, Ishin, Thailand, Turkey, Sasha Vedalic, Croatia. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Comparative History of Central, Eastern, and Southeastern Europe, the 2-year MA program are Silvia Aurelaite, Lithuania, Ahmed Bilalolu, Turkey, Alak Krechun, Moldova, Emilian Relase, Romania, Daniel Andreas Hartmann, Germany, Adela Gabriela Hinku, Romania, Adrian Kachor, Hungary, Anastasia Strachova, Ukraine. Congratulations.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degree from the Department of International Relations and European Studies will be presented by the department head, Professor Matteo Fumagalli.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degree from the Department of International Relations and European Studies, please rise. President and Rector, This academic year, there are 49 master's students graduating at the Department of International Relations and European Studies. Would you please confer upon them their academic degrees?
By the authority vested in me by the Charter and Trustees of Central European University, I now confer upon you the degree of Master of Arts in International Relations and European Studies. Congratulations.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in International Relations and European Studies, please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in International Relations and European Studies are Madeleine Nicole Bakurec, United States of America. Andrea Barabas, Hungary. Daniel Baranya, Hungary. Adam Lee Barkel, United States of America. Barban Benishev, Bulgaria. Roshin Berghaus, United Kingdom. Mateusz Białach, Poland. Andrew Clark Burroughs Johnson, Canada. Tina Yim-Ting Chan, Hong Kong. Yulia Valerievna Chernova, Russian Federation. Eva Cecedi, Hungary. Veronika Zina, Hungary. Anna Gennadievna Genirova, Russian Federation. Martina Dubakova, Slovakia. Bojan Elek, Serbia. Thomas Alexander Gillis, United States of America. Natalia Gurgurova, Russian Federation. Nune Harutyunyan, Armenia. Alexander Michael Hunt, United States of America. Anthony Michael Ibrahim, United States of America. Yulia Kalinichenko, Kyrgyzstan. Christina Louise Keller, United States of America. Melinda Kreitzer, Hungary.
I love you, Mom.
Katarina Kusic, Croatia. Joseph John Larson, United States of America. Katerina Anatolievna Levchuk, Ukraine. Lucia Matskova, Czech Republic. Donieta Morina, Kosovo. Peter Mucha, Slovakia. Stefan Andreas Neumann, Austria. Alena Palinska, Slovakia. Tamas Ferenc Peragovic, Hungary. Lauri Peterson, Estonia. Ernest Petrosyan, Georgia. Peter Polgar, Hungary. Ardi Prix, Estonia. Cedric Livon Polyan, United States of America. Zachariah Joseph Pusti, United States of America. Margarita Rimarenko, Ukraine. Rima Sargsyan, Armenia. Anita Scherfözer, Hungary. Vera Sidlova, Czech Republic. Katrin Sider, Estonia. Lili Török, Hungary. Alan Vistor, Estonia. Natalia Waldhuber, Slovenia.
Candidates for the Master of Laws and Master of Arts degrees from the Department of Legal Studies will be presented by the department head, Professor Renata Uit.
Candidates for the Master of Laws and Master of Arts degrees from the Department of Legal Studies, please rise. President and Rector, this academic year, there are 67 master's students graduating from the Legal Studies Department. Would you please confer upon them their academic degrees?
By the authority vested in me by the Charter and Trustees of Central European University, I now confer upon you the degree of Master of Laws in Comparative Constitutional Law, Master of Laws in Human Rights, Master of Arts in Human Rights, and Master of Laws in International Business Law, and Master of Laws in Law and Economics. Congratulations.
Candidates for the Master of Laws and Master of Arts degrees please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called. Candidates for the Master of Laws degrees in Comparative Constitutional Law are Marek Antos, Czech Republic; Áron Demeter, Hungary; Bona Geshe, Ethiopia; Elena Gladki, Russian Federation; Jakub Gren, Poland; Olga Kruba, Ukraine; Kenan Idrizovic, Bosnia and Herzegovina; Techan Jima, Ethiopia; Shava Kutishvili, Georgia; Nino Pilassonia, Georgia; Dmitry Kuznetsov, Russian Federation; Niklas Mezig, United States of America; Petr Parvanov, Bulgaria; Anna Schodrovska, Poland; Malafia Tamrat, Ethiopia. Candidates for the Master of Laws degree in Human Rights are Sophia Asatiani, Georgia; Ledum Bule, Nigeria; Alexei Bulatov, Russian Federation; Barnabas Ernest Kaniki, Tanzania; Margarita Galaskian, Armenia; Mariam Haq, Pakistan; Ivana Yurchenko, Ukraine; Tetiana Isterevich, Ukraine; Mariana Levai, Hungary; Victorina Luca, Moldova; Barbara Maigari, Nigeria; Udani Manamperi Gunavardena, Sri Lanka; Cristina Marian, Moldova; Natalia Milashik, Poland; Christine Konge, Kenya; Africo Byrne, Ireland; Amanda Oy, Brazil; Viseha Tekle, Ethiopia. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Human Rights are Lucila Arditi, Argentina; Olena Bondarenko, Ukraine; Csilla M. Farkas, Hungary; Yannick Galen, Belgium; Katarina Midlova, Slovakia; Jonathan Moore, United States of America; Ivan Novosel, Croatia; Valentina Radisavljevic, Serbia; Aknet Rispekpisi, Kyrgyzstan; Alexander Sekulic, Serbia; Kaloyan Stanyev, Bulgaria; Orshoya Sabo, Hungary; Maria Yefremova, United States of America. Candidates for the Master of Laws degree in International Business Law are Marta Basistyuk, Ukraine; Olga Bimbashi, Palestinian State; Tomasz Brozek, Czech Republic; Yasmina Jaferovic, Bosnia and Herzegovina; Debra Enadege, Nigeria; Albert Fabian, Hungary; Pavel Figurov, Russian Federation; Jabak Galebiani, Georgia; Seyit Hodzic, Bosnia and Herzegovina; Chima Williams Iheme, Nigeria; Jasmila Iljazovic, Bosnia and Herzegovina; Tomasz Korman, Slovakia; Marina Klasnopolska, Ukraine; Tomasz Kubaszek, Hungary; David Nagy, Slovakia; Aliona Papazova, Ukraine; Marek Peli, Slovakia; Lena Petrovic, Serbia; Matea Puket, Croatia; and Askar Usonulu, Kyrgyzstan. And finally, the candidate for the Master of Laws degree in Law and Economics is Ksenia Dudareva, Russian Federation.
Candidates for the Master of Science degree from the Department of Mathematics and its Applications will be presented by the department head, Professor Károly Berecki.
Candidates for the Master of Science degree in Applied Mathematics, please rise. President and Rector, this academic year there are 5 master students graduating from the Department of Mathematics and its Applications. Would you please confer upon them their academic degrees?
By the authority vested in me by the Charter and Trustees of Central European University, I now confer upon you the degree of Master of Science in Applied Mathematics. Congratulations.
Candidates for the Master of Science degree in Applied Mathematics, please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called. Candidates for the Master of Science degree in Applied Mathematics are Georgi Nadiradze, Anton Olegovich Perepeyuk, Ukraine, Haiti Trin, Vietnam, Anastasia Zalashko, Ukraine, and Alexander Zimin, Russian Federation.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degree from the Department of Medieval Studies will be presented by the department head, Professor Katalin Senda.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degrees from the Medieval Studies Department, please rise. President and Rector, this academic year, there are 25 master students graduating from the Department of Medieval Studies. Would you please confer upon them their academic degrees?
By the authority vested in me by the Charter and Trustees of Central European University, I now confer upon you the degree of Master of Arts in Medieval Studies and Master of Arts in Comparative History, Interdisciplinary Medieval Studies. Congratulations.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degrees from the Department of Medieval Studies, please step on the stage and come forward as your names are called. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Medieval Studies are Anita Carmen Barat, Hungary; Monika Beluc, Hungary; Zsuzsanna Dalbini, Hungary; Sándor Gyarmati, Hungary; Holger Hespen, Germany; Andra Zsuganaru, Romania; Ivan Maric, Serbia; Mariana Nestorov, Serbia; Matthew Joseph Noy, United States of America; Maria Varga, Hungary. Master of Arts, candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Comparative History, Interdisciplinary Medieval Studies are Péter Tamás Bara, Hungary; Christian Paul Bujor, Romania; Ashken Davtyan, Armenia; Magdalena Marta Debna, Poland; Hervin Fernandez Aceves, Spain; Narina Gevorgian, Armenia; Zsuzsanna Godány, Hungary; Anna Konya, Romania; Mariana Misevic, Serbia; Andrea Cristina Nekita, Canada; Halil Evren Sünnetsiolu, Turkey; Johanna Tóth, Hungary; Tiffany Aurora May, United States of America.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degree from the Nationalism Studies program will be presented by their program head, Professor Maria Kovács.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Nationalism Studies, please line up. President and Rector, this academic year there are 22 students graduating from the Nationalism Studies program. Would you please confer upon them their academic degrees?
By the authority vested in me by the Charter and Trustees of Central European University, I now confer upon you the degree of Master of Arts in Nationalism Studies. Congratulations.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Nationalism Studies, please come forward as your name is being called. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Nationalism Studies one-year program: Alexander Bistrik, Neil Collian Crowley, Jasmina Drekovic, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Bojan Figler, Croatia, Viktor Ivankovic, Croatia, Patrick James Kinville, United States of America, Karolina Natalia Koziura, Poland, Mary Brian Miller, United States of America, Carcer Ramos, United States of America, Christina Lee Rosivak, United States of America, Wade James Trostler, United States of America. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Nationalism Studies two-year program are Erlin Agih, Macedonia, Daniela Beovic, Croatia, Kristina Just, Hungary, Szabolcs László, Romania, Miranda Yiva Olivia Milberg, Sweden, Dennis Nihus, the Netherlands, Witske Niemann, the Netherlands, Szilárd István Pap, Romania, Alexander Sazdowski, Macedonia, Lisa Rose Steele, Australia.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degree from the Department of Philosophy will be presented by the department head, Professor Gábor Beteg.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Philosophy, please rise. President and Rector, this academic year, there are 7 master students graduating from the Department of Philosophy. Would you please confer upon them their academic degrees?
By the authority vested in me by the Charter and Trustees of Central European University, I now confer upon you the degree of Master of Arts in Philosophy. Congratulations.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Philosophy, please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Philosophy are Brent Franklin, United States of America, Mirala Fush, Croatia, Marko Konjovic, Serbia, Kristina Putzker, Slovenia, Dimitrios Vasilei, Greece.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degree from the Department of Political Science will be presented by the department head, Professor Gábor Tóka.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Political Science, please rise. President and Rector, this academic year, there are 44 master students graduating from the Department of Political Science. Would you please confer upon them their academic degrees?
By the authority vested in me by the Charter and Trustees of Central European University, I now confer upon you the degree of Master of Arts in Political Science. Congratulations.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Political Science, please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Political Science one-year program are Ali Abbasi, Pakistan, Trevor Analo, Kenya, Vishwanath Devala, India, Anna Forkovichova, Slovakia, Hani Hamid, Indonesia, Silvia Hudachkova, Slovakia, Hazal Hurman, Turkey, Christopher Husar, United States of America, Katarina Klingova, Slovakia, Marko Kukac, Croatia, Benedek Kurdi, Hungary, Fiona Makatsaria, Georgia, Tamás Molnár, Hungary, Vsevolod Markov, Russia. Yasmin Morlet-Corti, Mexico. Yeah. Maxado Razov, Turkmenistan. Miguel Oropeza de Cortez Caballero, Mexico. Josipa Perisha, Croatia. Justina Poskevicite, Lithuania. Veselina Radeva, Bulgaria. Lipin Ram, India. Lara Rogers, Romania. Lyubov Sartakova, Kazakhstan. Mindaugas Savickas, Lithuania. Batlang Seabo, Botswana. Olga Scholderer, Russia. Slavina Tatarska, Bulgaria. Georgi Tsakadalia, Georgia. Mislav Vulic, Croatia. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Political Science two-year program are Elena Cristia Balia, Romania. Sorin Cebotari, Romania. Anna Csonka, Hungary. Dénes Csurgo, Hungary. Matteo De Simone, Italy. Elisabetta Ferrari, Italy. Olimpia Hristova, Macedonia. Joanna Elena Vana, Romania. Christian Pasche, Germany. Palma Pojak, Hungary. Maria Sedlakova, Slovakia. Samuel Spač, Slovakia. Marina Vasic, Serbia. Vasile Florin Zubashku, Romania.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degree from the Department of Public Policy will be presented by the department head, Professor András Goltau.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Public Policy, please rise. President and Rector, this academic year, there are 33 master students graduating from the Department of Public Policy. Would you please confer upon them their academic degrees?
By the authority vested in me by the Charter and Trustees of Central European University, I now confer upon you the degree of Master of Arts in Public Policy. Congratulations.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degree from the Department of Public Policy, please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Public Policy are Mensur Behram Spahic, Montenegro. Slavjana Zoran Brankovic, Serbia. Maja Bratic, Canada. Oljesa Tsili, Albania. Aijamal Yenishbekovna Dushibayeva, Kyrgyzstan. Renee Congo Enoakba, Cameroon. Dora Feldes, Hungary. Jessica Huerta, United States of America. Yulia Yevgenieva Isakova, Russian Federation. Georgi Alexandrov Yechev, Bulgaria. Jennifer Obado Joel, Nigeria. Gabriela Horodi, Romania. Abnori Musliu, Kosovo. Adrian Nirchak, Hungary. Orshos, Hungary. Ashley Jacqueline Quizzle, United States of America. Albena Rexa, Kosovo. Naragica Sultanova, Kyrgyzstan. And Simona Turotskoy, Romania. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Public Policy of the Erasmus Mundus program are Elias Teshome-Ashene, Ethiopia. Erika Vanessa Enriquez Racon, Colombia. Miguel Marcelo Galdiz, Argentina. Jorge Galindo Alfonso, Spain. Andres Felipe Gomez, Colombia. Umair Yanub, Pakistan. Bunga Magyasi, Indonesia. Eva Hristova Popova, Bulgaria. Santiago Rodriguez, Mexico. Adam Brand Vickers, Canada. And Hasan Siblim from Ghana.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degree from the Department of Sociology and Social Anthropology will be presented by the department head, Professor Judith Bodnar.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degree from the Department of Sociology and Social Anthropology, please rise. President and Rector, this academic year there are 32 master's students graduating from the Department of Sociology and Social Anthropology. Would you please confer upon them their academic degrees?
By the authority vested in me by the Charter and Trustees of Central European University, I now confer upon you the degree of Master of Arts in Sociology and Social Anthropology. Congratulations.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degree of the Department of Sociology and Social Anthropology, please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Sociology and Social Anthropology one-year program are Volodymyr Artyuk, Ukraine. Marko Balazhevich, Croatia. Anna Maria Verbek Gritoyu, Romania. Volha Bizyukova, Belarus. Charles Boyton Jr., United States. John Bresny, United States. Tamara Bubler, Croatia. Teresa Caruso, Italy. Nana Chabukiani, Georgia. Yekaterina Chitanova, Georgia. Olga Kojokaru, Romania. Sabina Chanova, Slovakia. Victoria Fomina, Russian Federation. Mihai Alexandru Ilioaia, Romania. Povilas Yunas, Lithuania. Carolina Dominica Kukla, Poland. Carmen Leidereiter, Germany. Ogem Pascal Bu, Cameroon. Ezgichan Özdemir, Turkey. Omar Qasis, Palestinian State. Emily Daina Sharas, United States. Yulia Florentina Vakaroiu, Romania. Christian Danielo Vachkov, Bulgaria. Daniel Stanisław Wikretovic, Poland. George Julian Zamfir, Romania. Alexandra Zontea, Romania. And the candidates for the Masters of Arts degree program in Sociology and Social Anthropology two-year program are Cristina Simona Bangau, Romania. Raita Curteanu, Romania. Aruna Jacobs, the Netherlands. Cleovi Cabrega Musuela, the Philippines.
Candidates for the bachelor's degrees from the Business School will be presented by their program director, Bernadette Kolesh.
Candidates for the bachelor's degree from the Business School, please rise. President and Rector, this academic year, there are 75 bachelor students graduating from the Business School. Would you please confer upon them their academic degrees?
By the authority vested in me by the Charter and Trustees of Central European University, I now confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration and Bachelor of Science in Global Management. Congratulations.
Candidates for the bachelor's degree from the Business School, please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called. Candidates for the Bachelor of Business Administration degree are Andrea Francis da Silva, Portugal. Lorena Diana Enache, Romania. Irina Konoplianik, Russia. Federica Majorano, Italy. Svetlana Marinova-Penkova, Bulgaria. Katap Fistarer, Hungary. Xavier Evai, France. Maria Solovieva, Russia. Anna Patricia Vlad Craioveanu Gordin, Romania. Lilia Zima, Ukraine. Candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Global Management degree are Andrea Ach, Hungary. Bence Csős, Hungary. Agota Zeller, Hungary. Karsten Jäger, Germany. Maria Kos, Georgia. Péter Kürti, Hungary. Adrián Lénár, Hungary. Andrea Maria Mayer, Romania. Loran Papolci, Hungary. Orsolya Pincési, Hungary. Anastasia Urchukina, Ukraine. Salome Vasakidze, Georgia. Xinyan, China. Zili Zhu, China.
Candidates for the master's degree from the business school will be presented by their program director, Zoltán Buzádé.
Candidates for the master's degree from the business school, please rise. President and Rector, this academic year, there are 80 master's students graduating from the business school. Would you please confer upon them their academic degrees?
By the authority vested in me by the Charter and Trustees of Central European University, I now confer upon you the degree of Master of Business Administration and Master of Business Administration IMM Executive MBA. Congratulations.
Candidates for the master degree, please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called. Candidates for the Masters of Business Administration degree are Oliver Albu, Romania. Dina Al-Halasech, Jordan. Christina Andre, Germany. Nurbek Ashirov, Kyrgyzstan. Nikolai Babenkov, Russia. Mohammad Reza Bakshandeh, Iran. Aaron Baroci, Hungary. Orsolya Banki, Hungary. Dóra Berend Ag, Hungary. Zsolt Berényi, Hungary. Tobias Bühl, Germany. Gergely Buri, Hungary. Ivonik Korfmat, France. Kristóf Csongvai, Hungary. Tamás Ceglédi, Hungary. Shampar Das, India. Ferenc Ibuzue, Nigeria. Tamás Fonyi, Hungary. Szabolcs Gál, Canada. Elias Koletsas, Argentina. Balázs Halmai, Hungary. Aswat Harris, USA. Károly Horváth, Israel. Kristóf Horváth, Hungary. Tamás Horváth, Hungary. Longjiang, China. István Kanvasi, Hungary. Judith Karfner, Hungary. András Kéri, Hungary. Alex Kishonti, Hungary. Zsuzsanna Kish, Hungary. René Kohlhauser, Austria. David Correa, Georgia. Thomas Kossa, Germany. Zsolt Kucsák, Hungary. Gábor Kulifai, Hungary. Amod Kumar, India. Gergely Lackovic, Hungary. Hui Li, China. Liping Liu, China. Zhenglai Liu, China. William Lloyd, USA. Tamás Lőrince, Hungary. Esteban Mendes Garcia, Mexico. Ivo Mihailovic, Croatia. Neil Miles, United Kingdom. Rastislava Nikolic, Croatia. Kulia Nikusheva, Kazakhstan. Mai Nomura, Japan. Desislava Uzunova, Bulgaria. Gábor Palacki, Hungary. Guido Frimer, France. Alex Quintus, Hungary. Mohamed Sami, Iran. Sarat Shangatharan, India. Adam Sherke, Hungary. Sunday Shomide, Nigeria. Gábor Sanka, Hungary. Attila Takács, Hungary. Katrin Wałczyk, Belarus. Jesse Wren, USA. Ei Yamashita, Japan. Razi Zahir, India. Peter Zombori, Hungary. Anna Zubacka, Ukraine. Shubharatran, India. Candidates for the Masters of Business Administration IIMM Executive MBA degree are Péter Konz, Hungary. Zoltán Pereszlényi, Hungary. Herman Schöffelen, the Netherlands. Szabolcs Szögi, Hungary. Keith Williams, USA.
Now we will continue with the awarding of the certificates for the university's Roma Access programs. Graduates of the Roma Graduate Preparation Program will be presented by Professor Prem Kumar Rajaram, Academic Director.
This academic year, there are 17 certificate students graduating from the Roma Graduate Preparation Program. Graduates of the Roma Graduate Preparation Program, please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called. Candidates for the Roma Graduate Preparation Program certificate are Alus Bilalov, Macedonia. Ionuț Ceorța, Romania. Snezana Dimic, Serbia. Sebian Fazle, Macedonia. Roland Ferkovic, Hungary. Lajos Lazar, Hungary. Alunica Lepadatu, Moldova. Erzsébet Anita Német, Hungary. Ciprian Valentin Nodis, Hungary. Mária Nyerges, Hungary. Csaba Olla, Hungary. Patricia Patkanova, Slovakia. Arion Kirolari, Albania. Richard Robert Ratz, Hungary. Edita Rigova, Slovakia. Suad Skenderi, Macedonia. Carmen Tanasie, Romania.
Now we will continue with awarding the certificates for the university's Roma English Language Program. Graduates of the Roma English Language Program will be presented by David Rideout, English Language Director of the Roma English Language Program.
This academic year, there are 17 certificate students graduating from the Roma English Language Program. Graduates of the Roma English Language Program, please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called. Candidates for Roma English Language Program certificate are Christina Bene, Hungary. Radislav Besic, Serbia. Anna Chonkova, Slovakia. Janina Fedor, Ukraine. Mariana Jonas, Hungary. Daniel Kovac, Hungary. Kristina Kesegi, Hungary. Alexandra Kracholova, Bulgaria. Anikutsa Lazar, Romania. Ermelind Malko, Albania. Jozef Marton, Hungary. Katalin Nemet, Hungary. Gabriela Petra, Romania. Denis Selmani, Macedonia. Elvis Shakiri, Macedonia. Elizabeth Tonte, Hungary. And Zdravka Yogova, Bulgaria.
Now we will continue with the conferring of the doctoral degrees. Since the Middle Ages, it has been an academic custom that those who enter the highest level of scholarly achievement receive a ceremonial hood as the insignia of their new academic status. Today, we induct a new body of scholars into the academy as we award them with this, our highest degree. Central European University is proud to announce that this academic year, 43 doctoral students are graduating. Not all can be present at this ceremony, but their names are included in the graduation program. We shall now present the doctoral degrees to those candidates who are present today. Doctoral candidates, please rise. President and Rector, the candidates who stand in front of you have fulfilled all the requirements for the doctoral degrees of Central European University. We, the faculty of Central European University, recommend that they be awarded doctoral degrees.
By the authority vested in me by the Charter and Trustees of Central European University, I now confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Economics, Doctor of Philosophy in Environmental Sciences and Policy, Doctor of Philosophy in Comparative Gender Studies, Doctor of Philosophy in Comparative History of Central, Southeastern, and Eastern Europe, Doctor of Philosophy in Mathematics and its Applications, Doctor of Philosophy in Medieval Studies, and my favorite, Doctor of Philosophy in Philosophy. Doctor of Philosophy in Political Science, and Doctor of Philosophy in Sociology and Social Anthropology. Congratulations to all of you.
I will now ask the supervisors and escorting faculty members to assist us in the doctoral hooding ceremony. Supervisors, Your valuable guidance and advice throughout the years contributed significantly to the success of these doctoral candidates. We thank you and congratulate you on their success. Please rise and be recognized. Doctoral graduates, please remove your cap. Turn left and hand your hood to the faculty member behind you. Please turn to face the audience. Everyone is ready? Yes. Faculty members, please raise the hood and place it over the head of the doctoral graduate in front of you. Graduates, please put your caps back on. Supervisors and escorting faculty members, please be seated. And now I will call the doctoral graduates to move to the front of the stage to receive their diplomas. Please turn to the left and come down to the platform to be greeted by the President and Rector and the Chairman when your name is called. First, I'm calling out Doctor of Philosophy in Economics, Agnes Horváth from Hungary. Doctor of Philosophy in Environmental Sciences and Policy, Tamás Dienes, Hungary. Supervisor, Professor Zoltán Illés. Sergio Tirado Herrero, Spain. Supervisor, Professor Diana Oeger-Forzacz. Doctor of Philosophy in Comparative Gender Studies are Zuzana Keplova, Slovakia, Supervisor, Professor Jasmina Lukic, Dušica Rištivojevic, Serbia, Supervisor, Professor Alen Červonka, Victoria Zhukova from Ukraine, Supervisor, Professor Anna Lutfi. The Doctors of Philosophy in Comparative History of Central, Southeastern, and Eastern Europe are Oana Paltianu, Romania, Supervisor, Professor Konstantin Iordaki, Katalin Strana, Hungary, Supervisor, Professor Pakal Hall, Livia Clara Szélpál, Hungary, Supervisor, Professor Judith Bodnar, Hanna Semzer, Supervisor, Professor Susan Zimmerman, Marko Zubak, Croatia, Supervisor, Professor Masha Seifert. Doctor of Philosophy in Mathematics and its Applications, Kálmán Ciszter, Hungary, Supervisor, Professor Mátyás Domokos. Doctor of Philosophy in Medieval Studies, Edith Belényesiné Sárosi, Hungary, Supervisor, Professor Judith Rasson. Julia Bokodi, Germany, Supervisor, Professor Niels Goll. Robert Kuralic, Croatia, Supervisor, Professor Gerhard Jaric. Florin Leonte, Romania, Supervisor, Professor Claudia Rapp. Anna Marinkovic, Croatia, Supervisor, Professor Gábor Klanicai. Lukas Pojaric, Croatia, Supervisor, Professor Volker Menze. Magdolna Szilágyi, Hungary, Supervisor, Professor Katalin Szendem. Doctor of Philosophy in Philosophy, Mojca Kuplen, Slovenia, Supervisor Professor David Weberman. Cecilia Lipoi, Romania, Supervisor Professor Harach Benyami. Ursa Mavric, Slovenia, Supervisor Professor Zoltán Miklósi. Our Doctors of Philosophy in Political Science are Tibor T. Messman, Serbia, Supervisor Professor Dorothy Böhle. Andra Nastased, Romania, Supervisor Professor Agnes Bátori. Sarah Svensson, Sweden, Supervisor Professor Marie-Pierre Granger. Our Doctors of Philosophy in Sociology and Social Anthropology are Aleksandra Lisz, Poland, Supervisor Professor Aleksandra Kowalski. Doctoral graduates, please be seated. We come to the next part of the ceremony, when we are announcing our academic awards. Among these hundreds of fine students, there are some in each department who have done particularly outstanding work. They were awarded in an earlier ceremony today, but we would like to recognize them now by reading out their names. I would like to ask the awardees to rise and remain standing at your seats as your names are called. Ladies and gentlemen, I kindly ask you to wait until I finish reading all the names and express your appreciation by applauding them at the end. Let me present the recipients of the Outstanding Academic Achievement Award. From the Department of Economics, Tamás László Bátyi, Hungary, Gábor Gyurkó, Hungary, Learta Holaj, Montenegro. From the Department of Environmental Sciences and Policy, Nikolai Bereznev, Australia, Orsolya Új, Hungary, Leonie Störk, Germany. From the Department of Gender Studies, Matthew M. Bacco, the United States of America, Chris Martin Zivalic, the United States of America. From the Department of History, Anna Sekulic, Croatia, Adela Gabriela Hinku, Romania. From the Department of International Relations and European Studies, Roisin Berghaus, the United Kingdom. From the Department of Legal Studies, Marek Antoš, Czech Republic, Yannick Galen, Belgium, Tomas Brozek, Czech Republic, Natalia Milesik, Poland. From the Department of Mathematics and its Application, Alexander Zimin, Russian Federation. From the Department of Medieval Studies, Holger Hespen, Germany, Christian Paul Bujor, Romania, Anna Konya, Romania. From the Nationalism Studies Program, Wietske Nijman, the Netherlands, Szilárd István Pap, Romania, Kristina Rosivak, United States of America. From the Department of Philosophy, Edison Emery Phillips, United States of America. From the Department of Political Science, Benedek Kurdi, Hungary, Christian Pasche, Germany. From the Department of Public Policy, Adrian Yirchak, Hungary, Adam Brent Vickers, Canada. From the Department of Sociology and Social Anthropology, Volodymyr Artyuk, Ukraine. From the CEU Business School, the academic recipients of Academic Excellence Awards are, for the Bachelor of Business Administration degree, Andrea Ács, Hungary. From the Master of Business Administration degree, William Ray Lloyd, United States of America, Tamás Lőrince, Hungary, and Gábor Kulifai, Hungary. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. I would also like to mention the recipients of the Best Dissertation Awards. These are 3 doctoral students who received the award for the best doctoral dissertations in the past 2 years. The 3 awards this year go to Andrea Nastase, Romania, from the Department of Political Science, Orsolya Salat, Hungary, from the Department of Legal Studies, and Andrea Lucia Varga, Romania, from the Department of Philosophy. It is a pleasure and a privilege to introduce the next part of our ceremony today, the award of the Central European University Open Society Prize. This prize is given to outstanding individuals whose achievements have contributed substantially to the creation of an open society. The 2013 Open Society Prize is being awarded to Sir Fazle Hasan Abed, founder and chairperson of BRAC. Now John Shattuck, President and Rector, will deliver the laudatio for Sir Fazle Hasan Abed.
So it is my great privilege to introduce our commencement speaker. We've had many events, but now we have someone who will speak to us from outside the university and who will be presented with the Central European University 2013 Open Society Prize. Sir Fazle Abed was born in what was then East Pakistan. It's now proudly Bangladesh. Two events had an enormous impact on him and on his country when he was growing up and when it was struggling for independence. A cyclone in 1970 devastated East Pakistan, killing more than 300,000 people and destroying all the coastal communities. The next year, in 1971, the Bangladesh War of Liberation dramatically changed the direction of the young Fazle's life. He left his job as an accountant for Shell Oil to devote himself to his country's struggle for freedom. And when the struggle was over and Bangladesh was free, the economy of his country was in ruins. Millions of refugees who had sought shelter in India after the cyclone and then during the war started trekking back into the country. Their relief and rehabilitation called for urgent efforts. Fazle Abed responded by founding the Bangladesh Rural Advancement Committee, now known worldwide as BRAC. This led him to address the long-term task of improving living conditions of the rural poor by helping them develop their capacity to manage and control their own destiny. BRAC's primary objectives became the alleviation of poverty and the empowerment of the poor. And under his leadership, in the span of 3 decades, BRAC has grown to become the largest non-governmental development organization in the entire world. In Bangladesh, BRAC now operates in more than 69,000 villages and reaches an estimated 110 million people through its development interventions, ranging from primary education, essential health care, and agricultural support to legal services, microfinance, and enterprise development. In 2002, BRAC began to broaden its focus under Sir Fazle's leadership and went international by taking its development strategies first to Afghanistan and since then to 11 more countries in Asia, Africa, and the Caribbean, adapting its development model across cultures and touching the lives of an estimated 126 million people around the globe. And in Bangladesh, where the recent factory catastrophes have focused the world's attentions on the failures of the global garment industry, the urgency of the pioneering work of BRAC and its visionary founder is clearer than ever. Sir Fazle Abed, in recognition of your outstanding contributions to the principles of open society and for your leadership and unwavering commitment to human development through the empowerment of the poor, as the founder and leader of BRAC, the Central European University 2013 Open Society Prize will now be conferred upon you by the founder and honorary chairman of CEU, George Soros.
I'd like to begin by thanking the Central European University for bestowing upon me the Open Society Prize. What a great honor and a wonderful opportunity also to deliver the commencement address at this great university. I have recently been rereading The Open Society and Its Enemies, the book after which the Open Society Prize is named, whose author, Karl Popper, was the prize's first recipient. I first read this book 50 years ago when I was much closer in age to those in this graduating class. It was a different time and place. My country, Bangladesh, had not yet achieved independence, and the world's great powers were locked in struggle between freedom and totalitarianism. But what strikes me today is how relevant many of Popper's prescriptions still are, particularly for my own field, which is the poverty alleviation of poverty. For those about to graduate, it is likely that most of you, at some point in your lives, will question whether the path you have taken was the correct one. For me, this moment came following the cyclone that struck Bangladesh in 1970, an event that is still considered one of the deadliest natural disasters in recorded history. I was working at the time for a large multinational corporation, a valuable experience in its own right. I remember visiting coastal villages struck by the cyclone, seeing hundreds of dead bodies strewn on the ground. It seemed to me that life I was leading was completely irrelevant. After my country's independence, I began working to try to help the poor in Bangladesh. My early colleagues and I initially thought that BRAC would be a short-term effort. But the realities of entrenched poverty soon changed our minds. We began working in a host of areas: agriculture, healthcare, human rights, microfinance, education, wherever the poor faced obstacles. We found that poverty was so entrenched that only a long-term effort of social and economic transformation would uproot it. And this task became my life's work. I have learned much along the way. Perhaps the most important thing I learned was that when you create the right conditions, poor people will do the hard work of defeating poverty themselves. I learned the importance of having lamps to illuminate your path, even when the precise course is unclear. For me, one of those lamps was Paulo Freire, a Brazilian educator who wrote a book called Pedagogy of the Oppressed, which had a profound effect on me. Freire's ideas of conscientization, or raising critical consciousness, informed us in our belief that poor people, especially women, can be organized for power, and that with the right set of organizational tools, they can become actors in history. This, to me, is the meaning of an open society, a society where everyone has the freedom to realize their full potential and human rights. I have also learned the importance of testing assumptions, of making sure your ideals correspond to the reality around you. BRAC was founded with very high ideals, in part to fulfill the promises of our country's liberation movement. The promise of freedom from exploitation. But if these ideals inspired us, we have always tried to focus on what works rather than our theories about what should work. The pragmatism that allowed us to translate compassion into action on a massive scale. Today, BRAC reaches almost 130 million people in 11 countries. We have seen that without skepticism, scientific inquiry, and the constant questioning of one's assumptions, their highest ideals will falter when tested against reality. In the words of Karl Popper, among the enemies of open society, it is the notion of prophetic wisdom, the type of knowledge that leaves little room for doubt. In contrast to utopian goals, Popper embraced piecemeal social engineering, solutions that are effective even if they are not the most elegant. There is an element of that in BRAC, in its willingness to adapt, in its constant innovation, and in its willingness to learn from its own mistakes. After more than 40 years, we are still a learning organization. The vision of BRAC is a world free from all forms of exploitation and discrimination. I am sometimes asked if such a world is really possible, whether I believe that poverty can be truly eradicated. The truth is, I believe it can be. Ladies and gentlemen, we can see today the poverty is on the retreat. Recent statistics from the World Bank show that every region of the world, the number of people living in extreme poverty is dropping for the first time in recent memory. But to borrow Popper's phrase, there is no prophetic wisdom in this fact. The eradication of human poverty remains an ongoing and arduous task rather than historical certainty, and much work remains. And I invite you to bring your own creativity and potential to this task. Therefore, it is with both optimism and humility that I accept the Open Society Prize. And I wish the graduating class my sincere congratulations. May you all find a meaningful path illuminated by high ideals, guided by constant learning. Thank you.
Now I ask our President and Rector, Professor Shattuck, to deliver his concluding remarks.
Well, as is customary at this end of this remarkable day, my remarks will be brief. In fact, I will only say to all of you what I said to my own students as they came up on stage, those from my class: go out and save the world. Please, use your CEU degree in any way you can to do that. Do it legally, do it honestly, but you can do it. Thank you.
So we come to the last part of this ceremony. Members of the class of 2013 with bachelor's and master's degrees, please all rise. As you know, one more small ceremonial step remains. So in a moment, not yet, in a moment, I will ask you to move the tassel on your cap from the right to the left slowly. So make sure that it's all on the right. Yes? This symbolic gesture will formally identify you as a university graduate. Is everyone ready? Ready? Good. Please move your tassel to the left. Distinguished guests, colleagues, families, and friends, please join me in congratulating the new members of Central European University, Class 2013. Our ceremony has come to an end, and we are ready for the recessional. Please rise. Can I ask the audience to rise and remain standing until the academic recessional is completed?